Welcome to Outlander Media Network. I'm Kirby Lee Bailey. We are at the Full Moon and Tattoo and Horror Festival in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm with the legendary Bill Moseley.
Hey. All right, thank you very much.
How's your weekend going this weekend?
It's legendary. I like that, legendary. Weekend's been going great. It's great to be back here in Nashville. I've been at this show a bunch of times, and good to see some old friends and make some new ones. So.
This is one of the more laid-back shows. Ben and Stacy are some of the most phenomenal people you ever deal with that run this show.
Oh, yeah.
I've always enjoyed having them around. And we're going to talk about current movies.
Okay.
How about that?
That sounds good.
We just went to the theater and saw this brand new movie starring you in it.
And there's Greg Nicotero. There he goes. I mean, take my word for it. I don't think we're going to spin the camera. We're not good at pan. Yeah, come on over here.
I already did my interview.
I know. See, I'm not kidding. It really is Greg. It really is Greg. I just said, there goes Greg Nicotero, and you have to take my word for it. So, that was our special effect right there.
Yeah, we just saw a movie with you recently because we always go to the movie theater because that's the only way to experience the movies at the theater.
Did you see Scared to Death?
Sure did.
Oh, good for you.
We got to see you with the Gronk.
Yes, the Grog. Grog or Gronk? Grog.
Did I say it wrong?
Grog. G-R-O-G.
Yeah.
Grog. Yeah.
And you were playing
Kurt
a show. You played Kurt Dahmer. He was on our show a couple of years ago.
Oh, that's
and he
great.
was talking about you when we were.
Yeah.
We were.
Very
matter of fact,
nice.
we were doing a movie with him. He was performing live on a tour. I can't remember who he was touring, whether it was at the Concourse in Knoxville, Tennessee. He was performing up there, and he said, "I got a movie. I'm going to be in with Bill Moseley, and just keep an eye out for it." And that was about 2 years ago when he told us that.
Yeah, with the Grog and Lynn Shay, one of my great friends. I've been in. This is movie number 3 with Lynn, so that's very cool. One was 2000 Maniacs, 2001 Maniacs. Maybe there was a lot of Maniacs, and then we did one called Gothic Harvest, which we shot in New Orleans, and that was great. It was written and directed by Ashley Hamilton, who is the stepson of Rod Stewart and Alana Hamilton. So, and he's a really good guy. So I had fun with Lynn there. But Scared to Death, Lynn really rocks the movie, I got to say.
It was a lot of fun. We had a blast with it. We'd done a double feature that day. We watched another movie called I Swear, which is not even a horror movie.
Right.
But it scared me made me jump more than any movie I'd ever seen.
That's cool.
But it was not a horror movie. That was like, whoa.
Right.
It was just nothing but excellent. Oh, I tell you, a movie that did scare me was Texas Chainsaw Massacre #2.
Yes.
It's the scene where you're in the
radio station?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. The jump scare? Yeah. Yes.
Well, it was so intense when you're sitting there talking to them, and it's like it's building, and it's like, what's going on?
Talking to Stretch, and maybe this is where the new music is. Bang! And then Leatherface comes out there and flip the light on out of the record vault. Yeah, oh yeah, that's awesome.
And he messed up your toupee.
My Sonny Bono wig do, yeah. And he dented my plate. My brain is burning. Now I'm flashback. Let's go back to the VA hospital with this dent in my plate.
Yeah, like I say, I loved it, and of course, House of a Thousand Corpses. You can't go wrong with that movie.
No, you can't.
That movie was a whole different. Like, really got everybody on. Like, whoa, this is a whole new level of scare.
Well, it was like a way to go back to the golden age of horror. Everybody talks about 80s, I guess, 80s horror. And that is, all of that was kind of the origin of all the greats, like Friday the 13th, like Halloween, like, Chainsaw. Actually, the original Chainsaw was 74, I think. So 70s and 80s horror. But yeah, Rob kind of. Oh yeah, by golly, here's my House of a Dozen Corpses lunchbox. I don't know if the camera
Yeah, it's on
gets
there.
you got that. Okay, yes. I don't want to show the little gnome behind the lunchbox.
It's not a
Hey,
no.
thanks a lot.
It's the legendary Don King.
Yeah, Don King. There you go. That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, we.
I know who that is. Actually, that's how old I am. Yeah.
Well, I mean, House of a Thousand Corpses was a great movie, but
Yeah.
I always thought it's one of those few movies where the sequel was actually better than the first one.
Yes. Well, that was when I really thought that Rob Zombie was not just a good filmmaker, but a genius. Because he took the opportunity to do a sequel that Lionsgate, God bless Lionsgate, they gave Rob, the money to do a sequel. And instead of doing House of a Thousand Corpses 2, he not only did a whole different story, but there's so many wonderful things that are different about Devil's Rejects. First of all, it's a violent crime road picture, like a Western, and House of a Thousand Corpses is, of course, an old dark house, classic horror movie. I call it the Roach Motel, where, the kids check in, but they never check out. I thought that, the fact that Captain Spaulding is out of makeup most of the time. Baby only does her laugh once in Devil's Rejects. Otis goes from a skinny, pale albino to like a suntanned almond brother. It's just like, it's amazing how completely different, how Rob just took that opportunity to just go in a completely different direction.
The reason I got me was the swerve where you were rooting for the sheriff,
Yeah.
and then you turned against him. Like,
Yep.
wait a minute. That was, I don't know how he pulled that off. I was trying to figure out how he pulled that off.
He pulled that off with a simple phrase, which is, there is no fucking ice cream in your fucking future. and then there's a cut, and then there's Otis with a little bit of ice cream on his nose. And everybody's going, oh, God. Just a typical family. We do that in our van, too. And anyway.
That whole movie, I was fortunate enough to see Sid Haig before he passed.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it was at one of these. It was at
Sid loved it.
years ago.
Yeah.
And it was one of his last appearances. He passed away not too long after.
He passed away right after we had started shooting Three from Hell. And the third in that Firefly trilogy. I call it the Driftwood trilogy myself, but the Firefly trilogy. And good old Sid, man. He loved coming here.
We watched the ending of we were watching it in the movie theater. We were watching Rob Zombie, and they were saying, hey, I realized that he was not going to be able to do this last movie, so he got kind of gone right at the beginning because obviously he had some health issues. I was wondering that when I met him at this convention, right, and they were telling me there was going to be another sequel, and everybody was kind of hushed about it. And I was talking to him, I was like, how are you going to be able to perform at this? 'Cause you always have that bad feeling. I guess because I've been in medical for so long, and I just kind of had that bad feeling. I was like, what? I was like, how's he going to be able to perform this? And sure enough, when Rob was doing the interview at the end of the movie, he was telling it. He said he wasn't able to do this movie.
Well, it's funny, too, because for many years, Sid and I would sit next to each other at these conventions, and somebody would invariably come up to one of us and say, is there going to be a sequel to Devil's Rejects? And I'd say, hey, Sid. He'd go, what? And I said, is there going to be a sequel to the Devil's Rejects? He'd go, nope. And I said, how come? And then we would count to three, and in unison we'd say, because we're fucking dead. We got shot by rifles 400 times by the Ruggsville Sheriff's Department.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how they were going to have a Three from Hell after that.
Well, I was thinking at first the obvious was that if we're the Devil's Rejects, that means we died, we went to hell, we were so bad the devil kicked us out of hell and sent us back to Earth. And the only problem when you do that, you end up we end up then being supernatural. And if you're supernatural, then no regular human rules apply. You know, if you get shot, it's no big deal. If you get killed, it's like. So that didn't work. And then Rob finally, many years later, finally decided we miraculously survived all those gunshot wounds. And it's incredible. We're the fireflies that are driftwoods in my case. And but he finally got around to doing it. And Sid did not. Sid was I was there the day that Sid shot his stuff for Three from Hell. He did a great job. And what an amazing stroke of luck that Richard Brake was available, who had just really rocked the house in 31.
Yeah.
And Richard just came in, immediately fit in, was a lot of fun to work with, really fit right in there, and we had a great time shooting Three from Hell, which I love actually. A lot of people go, I love Devil's Rejects and of course House of a Thousand Corpses, and they kind of they think of Three from Hell as kind of the, what is it, the redheaded stepchild? No offense.
Or the Jumping Shark. I loved it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I actually loved the movie.
I loved it too.
A lot of people, you can't really enjoy a movie unless you go to the theater and watch it. And that was one of the things about all three of the movies. I saw all in the theaters. And I always kind of make a point to go to the theater.
Yeah.
Because it's just not the same watching it at home.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell everybody.
Yeah. But I thought that was a lot of fun. I thought Rob did a great job, especially given the circumstances with Sid, etc. He made sure that script gave Sid a dignified exit, and also gave Richard Brake a dignified entrance. It's pretty fantastic.
We're going to wrap this up because this festival is getting ready to be underway.
I see that. Yeah.
Appreciate you taking time.
All right. Yeah.
And we'll be
and let's not forget The Fetus too. There's another movie for you. The Fetus, Scared to Death. The nice thing about this genre is the older and uglier you get, the more work you're off. So I'll be working for time to come. So.
Well, heck, I need some work. I'm getting old.
Yeah,
I need some work.
Ugly.
As we're out later, we're out of here.